Hi, good morning, guys. Welcome to the channel. My name is Dan. This is Engelgeist. Thank you for tuning in. For those of you that are new, welcome to the channel. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. And for those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very, very much for your subscriptions. If you would like to support me over on Patreon, please go over to patreon.com under Engelgeist333, and you can choose a subscription there. You can get the forecast a day early. And there's also other special readings that are available over there, and free perks like charm readings throughout the week during the live events and stuff throughout the month, that are available to you. This is the forecast for Monday the 6th. We had a beautiful run of cards yesterday setting up for Sunday and the underpinning energy of the week. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen with these cards. This is a message for the greater collective, for the highest good. So keeping that in mind, if this message resonates for you, great. If it doesn't, that's okay too. Also, if you're seeing this message on a date that's not April 6th, don't worry. I do believe that Spirit has a way of getting the message to the right person at the right time. So don't necessarily turn this off if you're seeing it maybe, I don't know, a month or two later or even a year later. It might have some sort of meaning for you at that point in time, or you might be in alignment to it. Other ways you can support the channel is by following me at Engelgeist333, liking my Facebook page, following that, also subscribing here and hitting the notification bell so you get notified when I do go live. For charmed events and free card pulls, things like that. Beyond that, check out my pick a cards. I just did one this week with Dr. Mystical Tarot that you would go to his to see what you let go of this winter, and then watch mine to see what you'll be growing this spring. And I think that's it, guys. There's quite a bit going on, I guess. So let's see what's going on for us right now for this Monday the 6th. Oh my gosh, that throat chakra is back. What do we need to be communicating, guys? What do we need to be saying? What is it that we're maybe hiding or not speaking? What is it that, like, where would our communication best be sort of utilized right now? Are we communicating things that are of benefit to ourselves, or are we communicating things that are maybe, or are we not communicating enough? Are we open here in this chakra? If any of you meditate, I would take some time to check out this chakra. It is closely connected. It's in between your third eye, which is your intuition, and your heart, which is sort of where the soul resides or the spirit resides. So I would be checking your throat chakra today. We had that magician card yesterday called awareness. And I think that this card is calling out for us to maybe be able to not only access that energy of the magician, but to also be able to strongly communicate it. Understand that what we are doing, we're sort of communicating a vibration. Even if we're not verbally communicating it, we can be sending out an energy, sending out a vibration onto the planet. So I think right now what we are communicating, what we are focusing on, and how we are communicating, either through vibrationally or verbally, is very important right now, and that's what this card is calling our attention to. So I always said that we would need a second card whenever there is a chakra card that shows up. So this is sort of insight into what we want to be communicating, and this is patience and planning. This is the 7 of... What is the red suit again? I think red is... Let me see here. I can't remember because I don't know this deck. I just started with it this April, so... this is the physical, okay? So this is the material world. This is like the 7 of Pentacles. This is us standing strong in our communication of what it is we want, right? This is us asking sort of to be... to sort of reestablish that change. We have this beautiful light. Remember yesterday during the 4-4, or not yesterday, but the day before we did that 4-4 grid activation and that light that's within us. This to me also represents that light that is within us. Bringing that light down, acknowledging that, also acknowledging the light that is within the planet, right? And sort of building on that. This is patience and planning, right? So we need to be patient during this trying time in the material world. We need to be strong like these pillars. These pillars remind me of that sort of lighthouse analogy that I had. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, check out on my business page the video that was broadcast for the meditation that I had you guys put a lighthouse in your heart to remind you of the light that is within each and every one of us and the strength of that light and how important that it is right now. Right now, this is requiring us to be strong in who we are, what we know to be true, to communicate those things strongly. Don't let our throat chakra close up on us. Communicate only what we want and what we desire and what feels good. Do not give in to the fear. Do not give in to the anxiety. Patience and planning, guys. Everything that we're putting in right now is sort of being, I believe, manifested out, created into light, and then being re-emanated back onto the planet. If we look down here, what are these? Are these like little, it looks like leaves or rocks breaking up. Like, do you see that at the bottom there? Like, we're making a difference. Our light is actually generating. It takes time, but our light will generate and start to create physical change within us. This is about good things coming to us if we wait for them, if we're strong and patient for them, and we plan accordingly to them. We keep our thoughts clean and our physical selves sort of set at this place of support, strength. That is these pillars that I'm seeing here, these dual pillars. We want to sort of let go of control, let go of knowing that our own light and the light of our spirit, the light of all of those, all of the spirits of the sort of good people on the earth that want to see something better is at work and is beginning to change all of this. Okay? So keeping that in mind. Now let's go to the vibrational energy deck and see what they have to say. I like this right now. I feel like this throat chakra, although it's connected to our heart, we need to be communicating from our heart what we need, what we want, what we desire, what is the most best possible outcome. And then through patience and planning, we need to stay focused on that, keep our light focused on that, and stay strong in that belief. That magician, that awareness card from yesterday is the underpinning energy of these two cards right now. So the creativity of the magician, that ability to use that extra major arcana energy to help create sort of magic in the world and shift and change, really is very palpable and real if we believe in it and we energize it and we give it strength and support and our thought. We can create it on the material world, within the material world. So our vibrational energy. Life is a beach. So I love this card. To me, it feels like, okay, we have this beautiful light here. It reminds me of the light that we have here, right? It's the light that we sort of found within ourselves maybe during the 4-form portal meditation, right? It is that light that sort of guides us. And remember, we use lighthouses as an analogy, and I think that this is interesting. I've never seen this card before in this deck, but this life is a beach. Lighthouses are generally found on the beach, right? We've placed our light out into that grid. Now we can sort of walk our way back into the world with this patience and planning and understanding that our strength and our light is going to go about creating something new. We need to continue to communicate that. We need to continue to believe that that is real and vibrate that out. Even if we're not communicating it verbally, we need to communicate our hope and our dreams either vibrationally or even verbally amongst our friends, being mindful that with where we sort of put our thoughts and our fears and all of that, we don't want to entertain fear at this time. We want to understand that life will get better. We can, I don't necessarily know that we're going to go back exactly to where we were, right? But this life as a beach means that like life will get back to normal again. We can rejoin again. This is sort of like, to me, this couple on this beach feels like humanity coming back together and being able to sort of bask in that light and be at peace again. We need to keep that as our vibrational focus and then like steady ourselves in that, right? Through patience and planning, we need to plan for that, focus on that reality. Now the grounding stone, I just am now looking at this is beautiful, is hope. So like I was saying, We need to communicate this hope. We need to ground and be strong and plan from a place of hope, from the light of ourselves, from the light that is within us, from the light of the universe that gives life to us. We need to also allow that light to just sort of emanate and trust that it is going to take care of us. And then we need to come together and enjoy what we have, enjoy our blessings, and allow those blessings, however, limited they may feel right now as we're in our homes. We need to acknowledge them and find hope around them and build more of that hope. That hope is the light, right? That hope within our hearts, that hope within our throat chakra that we want to communicate, that we want to share out into the world. It will help to build this patience and this planning as we watch old systems crumble, old ways of being change. Life is going to become this sort of life's a beach card where I feel like we might be experiencing a whole new sort of type of existence that we're not yet necessarily used to, but we're creating it, guys. This is your forecast. I hope it makes sense. I hope you guys can live in hope today. Stand strong in your light. Remember that magician energy is working underneath all of this for the next few days. Our awareness is key. Share your hopes and dreams, guys. Yesterday's grounding stone was sharing. That's the theme for the week, right? Share positive things on Facebook. Find articles about recovery. Find articles about, what's going good in the world, how things are going right. Perpetuate hope and dreaming and the idea of this getting better, and connect back up to the light grid any and every time you want to. It's there for you. I mean, totally there for you and available whenever you need it. All right, I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope this gives you some inspiration and hope. Bye-bye.